Hey, what's going on? This is Sue Peters, and you are listening to the Mompreneur Lifestyle Secrets Podcast. Here's the big question. As women, how can we have it all? Stay at home with our babies, bring in an income that lets us live a life full of passion and purpose, and maintain our health and self-identity along the way? This podcast is going to help give you that answer. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Sue Peters, and welcome to Mompreneur Lifestyle Secrets. So I have a big topic today. It might be a bit controversial. Some of you guys might actually disagree with me, but I hope it kind of, maybe opens your eyes just a little bit to why it is that I'm here, why it is that I'm kind of recreating and rebranding myself and some of the epiphanies that I've had over the years, and how I'm just kind of changing how it is I'm putting things together for not just my business, but for my team, for my personal brand, for the things that I offer people, for the way that I help bring people in to my inner circle, the way I provide value to people. So this is kind of the core of why it is that I'm changing all of that. So I want to talk to you today why I feel like MLM is really a bit broken. Now, I mentioned in the very first episode, I love MLM. I love network marketing. I think it's really such an incredible opportunity for anybody that's willing to just go all in, give it their heart, and build something amazing out of it. But out of the box, regardless of what company that you choose to go with, regardless of, how things are structured, it's a bit broken. So if you think about this concept, right, we're all selling the exact same thing. When you join your MLM, you are given marketing materials. You're given, branding materials for the products and the programs, right? You're getting product guides and study guides, and you might be given scripts and different things to say and different how-tos and all these wonderful things. And if you think about this, every single one of us are given the exact same thing. Think about that, right? So technically, we're all in competition with each other, and it might not mean to be that way. I know, like with my MLM, we truly get excited when people succeed. And that's whether it's my upline, my downline, other teams, anybody that's part of this business with me. That is a huge part of who we are. That just naturally comes with the territories. We get really excited when people succeed, right? We are just thrilled, for other people when they show what can be done. And they show how they're able to help other people and things like that. So that's a really, really big part of it. And it's amazing. But at the same time, as far as like how the how-tos and what's given to us by corporate, as wonderful and as amazing as it might be, we're all given the same stuff. So when someone comes to me and they're like, you know what? I'm interested in doing this, what is it that I'm going to get? If I were to list out everything that I get from the corporate office, and then they turn around and they ask somebody else, they're going to list out the exact same thing. So we're all given the same group of materials based on, joining the opportunity. So what do we do to stand out? How do we differentiate ourselves, right? So if you think about this concept, you look at, fast food chains. How many burger fast food chains are there out there, right? There's a ton of them. So what do they do in order to stand out, in order to bring people in? They do something different. Maybe they use a different quality of beef. Maybe they have different styles of buns. Maybe they package things together and they offer, all the free toppings that you want where other places would charge. Maybe, they have additional pieces. Like I know there's a few places that actually serve alcohol, and not necessarily fast food chains, but kind of fast food, but they've added alcohol to the equation. They do something to, number one, differentiate themselves, to make themselves different, to attract a different audience and a different tribe and a different group of people that would choose them over somebody else, right? So that's piece number one. the next thing that they're going to do is they're always going to make some form of offer. There's always some form of offer that comes together with it, right? So if you think about how it is that they do it, a lot of times they'll bundle things together, like you'll get the burger, fries, and the drink if you do this. So sure, you could just get a burger, but if you do a burger, fries, and a drink, you get this, right? Or maybe they'll add something extra to it. Or if you think about even McDonald's and look at the Happy Meal, you get a toy. So if you choose this option over this option, we're going to throw in a toy for your kiddo, right? So they're creating these offers. And here's what's crazy with my MLM. Over the last several years, I've actually been doing this and I did not even realize it. And I want to give you an example of what I'm talking about. When people join me with my MLM, my niche or my brand is wrapped around hypothyroidism and health, right? Because that's what I've personally dealt with. So I attract people who are like me. I attract people who have the hypothyroidism, have dealt with diabetes and high cholesterol and all these different things, right? Because they see that I have some education behind me and I can share those pieces and I can bring them value and help them solve a problem. So when they join me in the product area, and they're working with me in my groups and so forth, we all kind of share that commonality. And I am helping solve a problem for them. So MLM, if you think about it, is really all about solving problems. So when someone joins me, I need to find a way to solve a problem, right? How do they get started with, number one, the products? How do they get moving with the programs? How do they find success with it, right? And then I add in some hypothyroid information. And this is what I have been doing for the last couple of years. And I did not have the aha moment until not that long ago where I'm like, oh my gosh, I've literally found a way to differentiate myself. I've found a way to create an offer for people that is beyond my network marketing company. So when they join me in this area, absolutely, they get some of the most amazing products that I personally think they can possibly get, but they also get me, they get our support, they get the documents and tools that I've created for them inside that community. So I have this huge hypothyroid course that I created. So they get that, they get the resources, all the guides and tools. And there's tons of different reference tools that I've created along the way. And I did this because as I would go, and I would have all these people together and working together, improving their health and doing all these different things, I would notice problems that they would have. I would notice gluten as an example, right? That's a really big deal for us. If you're outside the area of hypothyroidism or if you're new to it, you may not realize you need to be gluten-free. This is a huge deal and it's hard, you guys. It can be really, really hard. I find it easy now because I've been doing it for several years and I understand the concepts of why I'm doing it and all these things. But when I first started going gluten-free, oh my gosh, it was brutal. I had to even look up to even see what this big G word was. I didn't know what it was in. I didn't know what it meant. I didn't understand anything about it, but I educated myself. For me, I wasn't even doing it for my MLM, but I was doing it for me. I was trying to learn myself how to successfully be gluten-free. And so when people would join me, I noticed they had the same issues. So what I did is I used my knowledge and I created resources for them to help solve those problems along the way. I created food lists and I've created guides. I created different references for them to understand why being gluten-free is so important, right? So I helped to solve those problems. So yes, what they get from my MLM or from joining me in the product side of things is incredible and can help them really take their health back and get their health on track. But they also get all this stuff on gluten that I created, right? They also get all this information on liver health that I created, all this information on sugar and how it affects our thyroid that I created, all this information on how our thyroid works and labs and all of these different things. Because as I would go, I noticed all of these crazy problems. I'd get questions. Sue, how do I understand these labs? Sue, I just got my labs back today. Can you help me understand these? I created resources for them now. So instead of just answering those questions one by one as I would get them, because if one person has that question, other people are going to have that question. So I solved the problem for the people that come in, and I just hand off all of these different tools and resources for them to use. So over the years, and bear with me here because I'm getting to the MLM side of things, so bear with me as I go. Hopefully it's all kind of making sense and coming together. But basically over the years, as I was solving these problems and as I was creating these different reference tools and, different guides and ways to help them along their journey and along their way, I was solving all of those problems. And what I naturally did is I took everything from my MLM and I took the knowledge that I had and I combined them together. So now I have this beautiful offer that when someone joins me and they want to tackle their health, not only do they get these incredible products and resources, but they also get all of these different things that I created to help them along the way. So I am different. I am not just the product of my MLM. I am not just selling my MLM's product and services. Does that make sense? I am now my own offer. I am now my MLM plus all of these different things, and I get to combine that together. And what's beautiful, for at least for me, like for my brand and how I've put this together, is, oh my gosh, it is just this beautiful, incredible solution. It is what I truly call the complete solution in our health. Because when you take resources that can help you put things in motion, and then you take resources that give you the knowledge, and you combine knowledge with something that can put it in play and actually put it out there, and put it together and physically actively do, that's incredible, you guys. Like, that is an offer. That is a solution. That is solving problems for people. And that's what I did. So I had this moment this year, actually, and I'm like, oh my gosh, why am I not doing this for my team? Why am I not doing this for people who join me on the business side too? So I've solved all these problems and I've created this beautiful offer for people that join me on the product side and want to use the products and want to, have that solution in their health too. But why am I not doing this for my team? Why am I not creating this new offer and this new value and solving problems for my downline? So that's what I'm doing. I hope that makes sense. After going through all of that, I hope that kind of ties together and makes sense on what it is that I am doing and why I'm kind of recreating things and why I'm building something brand new for my team. So now when people join me as a member of my team, and they are part of my downline, they aren't just going to get these great resources from corporate, right? Which they are really, really good. Like, no joke, they are really, really good. And you can be successful with just those. But I take it to another level, and I am now adding in all of these different ways to solve problems. And, basically this is stuff that they don't have to reinvent the wheel. So I hand it off to them. So as I create it, boom, here you go. This is for my team. I created this for you. And now they get to take those same pieces, those core pieces, not only get to educate themselves on how I've built my business from, way back when I first started, they get to kind of have that early part of what do I do day one when I come into this business? Where do I begin? Okay, now how do I grow further from here? How do I build my brand? How I discover my brand? Like, who am I? Right? Like there's tools to help them walk through that. There's tools to help them with posting and what to say. And what if somebody asks me about what I'm doing? And what if this? So I'm solving all these problems, because when someone comes in to a network marketing business, they have literally like taken on this huge slew of problems. How do I build my own team? How do I auto recruit? How do I even invite people to what I have to offer? What do I even say? What do I post? Oh my gosh, how do I even do pictures or doing video, or what do I even say, or how do I even provide value, or how do I set up an email sequence? How do I build an email list? How do I start, building, all of these different pieces? How do I start growing outside of my friends and family? How do I, all of these different problems that they come into. And what I'm doing is I'm now creating a system to help solve all of those problems. So I get to basically hand everything off. So as I grow this, what's incredible is I get to start off with, okay, when you first come into this business, this is where you begin. Here's your step one. And these are tools that they can now take, and they can rebrand them if they want to, or they literally can just pass them off to their own team members. So it's for my entire downline. It's not just for people who jump in with me. So I took this concept of what I had been doing naturally for the last several years that I didn't even realize I was doing. And I just opened it up and I thought, what if I do this exact same thing for my business and for my team? And what if I start focusing on really solving all of those problems that my team has when they join my downline and when they're part of this business? And oh my gosh, I'm so excited about it because there's so many different things that I have learned in this last 4.5 years that I can put together, and I can create this beautiful training. And I'm in the midst of it. I'm literally like building it right now. Like I have a huge core of it done. But there's a lot of different pieces that I want to add to it. And I really want to just help show them how they can scale and grow and really, really, really put themselves out there and create automations and systems. And just today, I created, there was a post that I put up, and to me, it was a really, really important post. It had some big, big, big value to it. And I sent out, it wasn't even an email. Yes, I'm going to send it in an email as well, because I have a mass load of people that can use this information. So I'm providing value to this huge audience. It's not one-on-one. So yes, I'll be sending out the email, but I also used another system that was an automation, and I was able to reach a whole nother group of people and provide them this value. So that's what's incredible about what this big aha moment that I had is I can now create, this system and that people can use when they join my downline, and they have all of this education, everything that I've learned and all the pieces that I put together. They don't have to have that trial and error like I did. They don't have to go through the pain of learning quite like I did, because they have it all right there. Now, there's always going to be growing pains in a business, always. It's just natural. It's going to happen. But I get to take a ton of that out of the equation for them. And it's so exciting. So exciting. So anyways, that's the big topic today. That was what I wanted to talk about. Just a bit about how MLM is broken and how we need to find a way to differentiate and create something new for the people to set ourselves apart from everybody else that's out there, so that we can just be different and unique. And those people that are meant to be part of our tribe will gravitate towards us when we do that. So super excited about it. Anyway, so I hope that makes sense. And I hope you found that valuable and it helps you in your business too. So you guys crush the day. Have such an amazing day. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys. Hey, thanks so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and leave feedback. Do you have a question for the show? Head over to mompreneurlifestylesecrets.com and leave me a recorded message. I'll play it live and answer your question right on the show.